This is the call of the whooping crane. Pushed to the brink of extinction from hunting and habitat loss, this remarkable bird has survived. Still, most Americans have never seen this bird in the wild, nor heard their bugling cry. Even avid birders are unlikely to have seen one due to their reduced presence in North America. Only Aransas National Wildlife Refuge and Wood Buffalo National Park are home to these beautiful birds. If you're very lucky, you might spot them as they migrate through Oklahoma, Kansas, or Nebraska. The whooping crane has been listed as endangered since the Endangered Species Act became law in 1970. However, conservation efforts to restore this species have been taking place since long before the law came to be. The Aransas National Wildlife Refuge, a critical habitat for whooping cranes, was established in 1937, but their numbers continued to decline until only 16 remained in 1941. Aransas National Wildlife Refuge continues to be the wintering habitat for the only existing migratory flock of whooping cranes in North America. The tallest birds in North America, whooping cranes stand approximately 5 feet tall and have a wingspan of 7.5 feet. They are primarily white, with black primary wing feathers, which are only visible in flight. Accents of red and black adorn their faces, surrounding their yellow eyes. Their long black legs are perfect for wading in shallow wetlands. Their diet consists of invertebrates, small vertebrates, plant material, insects, berries, and seeds. The Aransas wood buffalo migratory flock is the only natural flock of whooping cranes in existence. Other populations have been reintroduced to Florida and Louisiana, but are considered experimental and non-essential. The migratory flock winters at the Aransas National Wildlife Refuge in the southern coastal estuaries of Texas. They migrate through the Great Plains with stopping points in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, where they forage in crop fields. Their breeding territory is in the grassy wetlands and grasslands, or scattered evergreens, of the Wood Buffalo National Park in Alberta and Northwest Territories in Canada. Recovery efforts have increased the Aransas wood buffalo population to approximately 506 individuals as of 2021. Whooping cranes exhibit strong site fidelity. Therefore, this population is unlikely to expand into new wetland habitats. However, expanding the current habitat at Aransas National Wildlife Refuge to connect it to neighboring habitat at the Guadalupe Delta Wildlife Management Area might be possible. Despite fragmentation of wetland habitat due to agricultural lands interrupting the two managed areas, whooping cranes are frequently sighted at both wetland and agricultural areas. This study proposes that the recovery of whooping cranes would benefit from the restoration of wetlands in the agricultural areas. This could be accomplished by expanding the Aransas National Wildlife Refuge, expanding the Guadalupe Delta Wildlife Management Area, or by creating a new protected area. Using GIS software, a suitable portion of agricultural land was selected. The study area is situated in southern coastal Texas at San Antonio Bay. It ranges from the Aransas National Wildlife Refuge in Aransas County through an agricultural section of Refugio County and bordering on the Guadalupe Delta Wildlife Management Area in Calhoun County. The city of Ostwell, Texas is excluded from this proposal due to its incorporated status. A plot of privately owned agricultural land in Refugio County is the area proposed for wetland habitat restoration. It includes 33,500 acres, bordered by Aransas National Wildlife Refuge to the south, the San Antonio Bay to the north and east, and Texas State Highway 35 to the west. Sighting data obtained from eBird confirms that whooping cranes frequent this agricultural area despite its lack of nutritious sustenance. Historically, whooping cranes have been known to forage on sorghum, corn, and wheat when their normal food sources are scarce. However, these grains provide minimal nutrition for whooping cranes and contribute only to their survival, not to their ability to thrive. The Aransas National Wildlife Refuge provides 115,000 acres of protected land, but the richest sources of food come from the coastal area. Therefore, whooping cranes are most likely to be seen along the coast of the agricultural area, foraging for their preferred diet rather than supplementing their food source with grains. Whooping cranes can benefit from wetland restoration. Efforts to control erosion and restore wetland habitat at Aransas have been ongoing since the creation of the refuge. Studies have concluded that whooping cranes prefer wetland areas of minimal vegetation with exposed substrate where their prey can easily be located. Efforts would be required to monitor erosion, which reduces the preferred feeding grounds of whooping cranes, as well as to control any overgrowth of vegetation in the restored area. The addition could be managed by federal, state, local, or private organizations. Acquisition of the land could be made through partnership with private owner, either as conservation easement or through farm bill programs, such as the Conservation Reserve Program. Scientific data proving that this additional protected wetland will be beneficial to the whooping crane population by reversing habitat fragmentation would be needed. The restoration of 33,500 acres between the Aransas Refuge and the Guadalupe Management Area would undoubtedly be populated by wintering whooping cranes very quickly. Since the population is still considered endangered after more than 80 years of conservation efforts, it is possible the need for more habitat is inhibiting their ability to grow and thrive. Restoring wetland habitat might be the key to increasing their population and removing them from the endangered species list.